All right, let's check him in one more time. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get him checked in. Thank you, James. Looking for Braden, Mike, Roy, and John. Thank you, Mike. Braden checked in. John checked in. Looking for Roy Klein to check in. We'll get ready to go. Good, need some volunteers. Thank you out there. Bobby said he'll volunteer for you. Thank Bobby. Just once. Get out there. Come on, guys. The guys should be out there. Should be Gerald Lewis. Is Gerald in the first race? No. Gerald's out there. Roy Klein, James, Jordan, Rick, Chris Compton. We need a couple of guys. 4 guys will do it. We're all checked in. Thank you, guys, for the novice class for being prompt on that one. Okay, thank you, guys. Turn marshal. One more volunteer, guys. One more volunteer. Get them out there. These guys are racing back to back. Once things get going, we don't need you. One volunteer, guys. One volunteer, please. One volunteer. Oh, you're out there. We don't need you. Sorry, we got it. I didn't see you out there. I forgot. All right, guys. Braden, you're going to go on the horn. Everybody else wait till I give you a call. This is the novice class, less than 5. Big Mike. James. Roy. The man himself. John is all yours. And we're off. Move him out of your way, John. Get him out. He's blocking you. Right now, Braden up into the lead, followed by Mike, James, Roy, and John. One down, 3 to go. Nice and smooth, guys. Nice and smooth. Compton taking the lead. Braden, 2, followed by James, Roy, and John. There you go, John. 19.8. Just moved up into number 5's 4 spot. New fast lap of John. New fast lap it around. John now moving up in 3. It's Mike, Braden, John, James, and Roy. Remember what I said, guys, smooth, nice and easy. If you can't make it, don't do it. If you can make it, then make it. Way to go, John. That's it. Right now, John, you're on 8 and 402 pace. 2 down, 2 to go at the halfway point. It is Mike, Braden, Mike, and John, followed by James and Roy. John has the pass lap, 19.8 on lap number 2. And Mike Compton takes the lead back from Braden, both of them on a 10-lap pace. John on an 8, James on a 7, and Roy on a 7. Roy now taking that 4 spot. James falls back to the 5. 1:30 on the clock. Coming up to the 1-minute mark. It's Mike, Braden, John, Roy, and James. Is he okay? Pull him off, pull him off. Chris, come on off. You all right? You get hit in the head? 14 seconds. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Keep going. Braden, you're done. Braden, you're done. Mike, keep going. Only got one card done. One card done only. Keep going, James. Keep going. You're getting a lap. John, keep going. You get a final lap. Mike, you're done. Guys got final laps coming up. Remember, you're racing the clock, not each other. I got 2 trucks, cars on the track. John, you're done, and James, you're done. Mike takes a 10 and 422. Braden, 9 4 flat, and John, 8 and 429. Good run, guys. Come here. You all right? Come here. What happened? Where'd you get hit? Term marshals should be out there. Be Braden, Mike, James, Roy, and John. Volunteer for John. Let's get our term marshals out there. Okay. Waiting for Jim to check in. We'll get ready to go. All right, Jim, just need you to check in. Jim? Thank you. Got you. All right, David Kennedy, you going to lead us off? Stock trucks going to be a good one. I told you guys truck was going to be big. Here we go. David on the horn, less than 5. Before I do that, hold on a second. Turn marshals, be careful. When you go to turn marshal a car, make sure something else is not coming at you. All right? This way nobody gets hurt. All right? So be careful. Here we go. David on the horn, less than 5. Sean. Kermit. Vince. Jordan. Jim. And we're off. Right now, David Kennedy take off the lead. Vince 2, Jordan, Kermit, Sean, and Jim. Right now, they're on a 16.511 pace. Vince, new best lap, 19.5. David, 18.9. One down, 4 to go. Vince, new fast lap, 19.5, 19.2 for Vince that time. Jim, 24.5, new fast lap. David leading them out right now, 16.5.11. Vince, 16.5.12. Kermit, new fast lap, 21.1. Sean, 24.6 that time. Right now, Vince now taking their lead. Jim with a 22.4, new fast lap for him on lap number 3. Vince holding on to a 3-second lead over David. Kermit now up to the 3. Jordan in the 4. Jim in the 5. Sean in the 6. Kermit getting into the teens now in 19.5. He's right up there with the boys. Vince right now, he only won on a 16-lap pace. David in the 2, followed by Kermit, Jordan, Jim, and Sean. Coming up on 3-minute mark. 2 down, 3 to go. A bunch of new fast laps. David, 18.8. Jordan, 18.9. Jordan now taking over the 3 spot. Kermit right behind him, 1 second back into 4. Vince right now holding steady on a 16.512 pace. The only one right now on a 16-lap pace. Next race up would be Vince, Mike, Jason, Chad, and Eric Everett, 4-wheel drive modifieds, or they call it stock, will be up next. Sean, 19 flat, moves up into the 5 now. Kermit taking back to 3 with a new fast lap, 19.4 that time. Kermit 15 seconds behind David. And there it is, 3 down, 2 to go. Your leader, Vince McMahon. Vince with an 18.9 last time around, really pulling them out good. Jordan, 18.8 now taking over that 3 spot. Kermit back into the 4. David strongly in the number 2 spot. There's some big lap time between each other. 1:30 to go. And you got a battle between Jordan and Kermit for that number 3 spot. Right now, Vince hanging top still. 16.5, 15 pace. Right now, David with a 15.5 flat. Jordan 15.5, 11. Kermit 15.5, 14. Coming up on the 1-minute mark. There it is, 1 to go. Vince leading them out. David, Jordan, Kermit, Sean, and Jim. And now Vince off the 16-lap mark. Right now, just 2 seconds behind him is David Kennedy now. And Jordan now up into the mix with 38 to go with an 18.8 new fast lap. And right now, David, we'll see what he does here. Vince matches that 18.8 that time, goes 3 seconds ahead. 30 seconds to go. It's going to be a close one up in the top. Within 3 seconds of each other, guys, so it's anybody's game right now. 20 seconds to go. And Vince taking back that 16-lap pace right now. It's Vince, David, Jordan, Kermit, and Sean, and Jim. 5 seconds. Race it out, guys. Don't stop till I call your name. David, you're done. David, you're done. Keep going, Vince. Keep going. Sean, you're done. Vince, Jordan, Kermit should be the only ones on the track right now. Jordan, Kermit, you're done. Just waiting for the winner and setting a TQ here early in. Vince, you are done. 16-5-17. David, 15-5-01. And Jordan, 15-5-08. Good run, guys. All right, next up, four-wheel drive. Bring him to the line. Race number 3 of 8. I want to welcome all our viewers on YouTube Live. This is Superstar Saturday, having a good race today. Got just 40 some odd entries today. So we're doing good. All right, put an extra minute on the clock because I know Vince is running back-to-back on this one here, so we're going to give him an extra minute on the clock. Turn marshals should be out there. Should have a bunch of guys out there. Everybody's ready to go. Okay, finish the lap you're on, guys. Track is closed. Track is closed. Turn marshals, grab your spots. Just waiting for Vince to check in. We'll get ready to go. Everybody get in position, please. All right, Vince, thank you very much. You're going to lead us off, Vince, followed by Mike, Jason, Chad, and Eric. Vince, you're going to go on a horn, less than 5. Mike, Jason, Chad, Eric. Be careful, guys. Be careful turn marshaling out there. Jason Frank lead him out right now on 18-2, now on a 17-lap pace. Eric follows him in 2, followed by Chad now taking over 2. Eric in 3, Vince, and Mike Montgomery. Coming up to the 4-minute mark. And there it is, 1 down, 4 to go. Jason, 18 flat. That time on 3. Chad, 19-7, 18-7 that time. Wait to see what Eric does when he comes through. New pass lap, Vince, 19-8. Mike, 19-4. Right now, Alita, Jason on a 17-lap pace. 17-6, new pass lap there, and Eric comes around, still in that number 3, 18-4 that time. Right now, Jason moving away from the crowd. 1.5 down, 3.5 to go. It is Jason. Eric now up to the 2. Chad, Mike, and Vince. I want to welcome our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. We are live right now. Eric, 18-1 that time. See what he does next time around. Jason, 18-3. Still the only one on 17.5 or 6 pace, coming up to the 3-minute mark. There it is. 2 down, 3 to go. Jason, Eric, Chad, Mike, and Vince. And right now, Vince, new pass lap, 19-6. Chad, 18-5 now in the 3. It's Jason, Eric, and Chad. Right now, Jason's still the only one on a 17-lap pace. The rest of the group on a 15. So right now, Jason owning a 4-wheel drive group right now. Independent Stock Buggy, Rick, Gerald, Kermit, Andrew, and Bobby, I pray you're up next. Should be in the staging area. And there it is, 3 down, 2 to go. Jason right now in the lead. Eric 2, Chad, Vince, and Mike. $145 to go. $120 to go. Jason lead him out, still 17 now. Eric Everett bumping up to a 16-lap pace. Mike Montgomery, new pass lap the time. Mike 19-1. Chad now on a 15. Vince on a 15. And Mike on a 14-lap pace. And so right now, Chad Brinkley, new pass lap on this was an 18-5. There it is. Eric Everett, 17-7 that time. Might be bumping up to that 17-lap pace. And we're at the 1-minute mark. Yellow's on. So it's Jason, Eric, Chad, Vince, and Mike. Indy Stock Buggy should be ready to go. Vince, 18-8. $30 seconds to go. Jason, Eric, Chad, Vince, and Mike. 20 seconds. $15 seconds. Race it out, race it out. Shut the other ones off. Keep going, Jason, keep going. You're going to get it. Keep going, Eric. Mike, you're done. Chad, you're done. Track's still hot. I got Jason, Eric, and Vince. Vince, you're done. New pass lap that time, 18-5. Jason, you're done. Good run. Eric, you're done. Jason, taking it. 17-5-17 with a 17-6 pass lap. Eric, 16-5-09. And Chad, 15-5-04. Good run, guys. Next up, Indy Stock Buggy, race number 4 of 8. You're on the track. All right, Rick, check in, please. Just Rick. Thank you, Rick. Gerald, check in, please. Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Andrew, check in, please. Thank you. Bobby, check in, please. Thank you. Chris, you guys can do it together. Help them out. You can stay there and help them out with that. All right, Rick, you're going to lead us off. Less than 5. Indy stock. Gerald. Kermit. Andrew. Bobby. And here we go, guys. Can't go across track. Go around, go back. Can't go across track when the card broke. Either go around or leave it there. Right now, Bobby Ifredi in the lead, followed by Rick, Andrew, Kermit, and Gerald. Rick, new pass lap, 19.9 on 2. Kermit, 19.5, moves up into 3. Bobby, 19.1. Right now, it is Bobby, Rick, Kermit, and Andrew. Looks like Gerald is out. 1 down, 4 to go. Bobby Ifredi, 18.6. He is cranking it out there. Rick slows up with a 22.7. Kermit with a 23, and Andrew 25. So right now, Bobby leading him out. Bobby right now running up with the pros with an 5.16 pace. Rick Moore, 19.6 fast lap that time. Waiting to see Kermit come around. Bobby, 21.8, slows up that time. Right now, they're a lap off of what Bobby's at. 145 down, 3:15 to go. Race number 5, stock buggy, Vince, Mason, David, Sean, and Jason. You guys should be in the tech area. And Kermit, 19.3. Andrew with a 22 flat that time, his new pass lap. Right now, Bobby Ifredi is taking it. Come on, guys. You going to let Bobby win? There he is. I guess Bobby's showing away. Uh-oh. I mentioned his name. He crashes. Kermit, 19.3. Now taking over the 2 spot. And now it's Bobby, Kermit, Rick, and Andrew. Kermit knocking on the door with a 15-lap pace. And that is halfway there. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Got plenty of time to race it out. Your leader in the Gator colors, in the blue with the orange stripe, Bobby Ifredi. Rick Moore, 19.2 for Rick that last lap in that black car. And there it is. Kermit right now just 3 seconds behind the leader. He's now on a 15-lap pace. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Kermit taking the lead. We'll see if it holds. Oh, and Bobby takes it back. And it's 2 seconds right now between them. 3 down, 2 to go. You got a battle on the top. Bobby, Kermit, Rick, and Andrew. And Kermit takes the lead by 0.2 of a second over Bobby. We'll see if they can clear the laps. And here comes Kermit over the big jump. He clears it. 15.509. Bobby coming up. Here he comes. See if he can do it. 1:20 on the clock. Plenty of race time. This is a big battle going on here. And it holds on that one there. Kermit in the lead now by 8 seconds over Bobby, coming up to the 1-minute mark. Rick trying to move up to that 15-lap pace. And Andrew doing a great job hanging tough there in the 4 spot. 1 to go, guys. Andrew 22.1. Second fast lap. Bobby 18.4. Now 7 seconds behind Kermit. 45 on the clock. Look good. Good racing. Good racing. You got an 8-second lead for Kermit. And Bobby with another 18-4. It is now 7-second difference. Bobby trying to reel in Kermit. 30 seconds to go. There goes Kermit down the front straightaway. 19.5 is now 6-second difference between him and Bobby. Bobby lands a jump. Here he comes with the orange stripe. That's second place. 20.8. Ooh, make that 7-second lead now. 13 seconds to go. Rick 21.9 that time. Trying to get up to the 15-lap pace. Andrew 24.2 that time. 4 seconds to go. Race it out, guys. Everybody keep going. Everybody keep going until I call your name. Keep going, Bobby. Keep going. You got 5 seconds there between him and Kermit. We'll see what happens. Here comes Kermit now. It's going to be his final lap. Rick Moore, you're done. Kermit, you're done. Rick, new pass lap 19.1. Andrew, you're done. And we're waiting to see what Bobby can do. If he can catch the leader. Whoa, he skies it up in the air. And nerves are getting to him. Oh, back in a crash there. We'll see what happens here. And you are done. Kermit takes it, 15.504. Bobby, 15.517. And Rick, 14.506. Good run, guys. All right, Stock Boogie, you're up. Thank you, sir. All right, we put Mason to check in, and we'll get ready to go. It's Vince, Mason, David, Sean, and Jason. Wow, it should be a good race. See if Mason can get his car going. Here comes Kermit, turn marshal. Turn marshal will be Rick, Gerald, Kermit, Andrew, and Bobby should be out there, guys. 1:30 on the clock.
Hey, James is going to turn marshal for Gerald so he can fix his truck.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Okay.
Tell them to take up here in the
over
corner.
here.
Okay, cool, that's great, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, track's now closed. Track is closed. Track's closed, guys. Track's closed. Pull them over. All right, Vince, you're going to lead us off, followed by Mason, David, Sean, and Jason. Bobby, you know what? Take down the straightaway by the that cone that's not supposed to be there, right? Just take it, yeah, because we need help down there. All right, here we go. Vince, you're going to go on the horn, less than 5. Mason, David, Sean, Jason. Here we go. Pro Stock Buggy online right now. And right now, Jason takes the early lead with an 18 flat. Mason 18.8. David 19 flat. Vince 19.3. Sean 20.8. Sean moving up into that number 3 spot with a 19.9. New pass lap for him. Jason, 19.4. Jason right now on a 17.518 pace. Went to dinner with Jason the other night. You figured his first time dinner with the big cheese, you figured he'd buy me dinner? No. It's all right, Jason. God is watching. Mason, 18 flat. New pass lap. Moves up into the 2. It's Jason, Mason, David, Sean, and Vince. Vince, new pass lap, 18.6 there on 3. 1:15 down, 3:45 to go. Right now, Jason, there it is, David Kennedy, 18.7. He pulls up right behind Mason. He's about 2 seconds back. And Jason slows up now. So Mason now 2 seconds behind him as Jason puts down 21.5. Jason out there in one of the white buggies. Here he is coming up the middle lane. That's your leader right there with the white wheels. Mason and Jason checking back and forth. Jason back in the lead, 16.505. Mason, 16.506. David Kennedy now, 16.512. Top 3 all on a 16-lap pace. Vince knocking on David Kennedy, 18.2 that time. 18.6 for Vince. Jason Frank, 17.666. New pass lapping around. Mason in that number 2. He's in the white with the blue windows, so that's the difference between them. Here comes your leader, Jason Frank. Oh, beautiful the way he flew that buggy, landed on the side and kept going. If you guys watch that, when the guys get to be a certain level, they can turn the buggy in midair and make it work for them. 17.7 for Mason, new pass lap. And there it is, Jason. He's up on a 17-lap pace. Mason knocking at the door there, just 2 seconds back. Both our leaders running 17.9s that time. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Race number 6 should be ready to go. Be ready to run, sportsmen. Be Mike, Chris, Andrew, John, Bobby, and Jim LeConte. You guys, race number 6 should be ready to go in the staging area. Right now, Jason Frank right there. Mason knocking on the door, 17-lap pace. And David right there with him also, followed by Vince and Sean. 1:45 to go. Jason slowed up a little bit that time with an 18.6. But still in the lead. 1:30 to go. Don't forget to go see Miss Mel in concessions. Jason, 17.7. Mason, there it is. Pulled up on a 17-lap pace. Pulls in behind Jason at the 120 mark. 3-second difference between the two of them. Jason in the lead, Mason 2. Both of them running white buggies. Mason 18.3 that time, not going to get it done. Coming up to the 1. Jason now 5-second lead over Mason. David Kennedy knocking at the door of 17. There it is, yellow's on, 1 to go. Jason, Mason, David, Vince. Looks like Sean's out. Mason now 2 seconds behind Jason as Jason slowed up a little bit that time. But they're so good. I mean, you just smell them, can't you? Yeah. 30 seconds to go. Woo, Jason pulls a 17.8 now. 5-second lead over Mason with 30 seconds to go. Race number 6 of 8 should be ready to go in the staging area. $15 seconds. Top 2 on a 17-lap pace. David, 18.1, just 3 seconds off 17-lap pace. In the number 3 spot, Vince in the 4. Race it out, guys. Race it out. That is the end of the race. Vince, you're done. Waiting for everybody else. Track's still hot. Keep going, Jason. Keep going. David, you're done. Great. Jason and Mason. 2 of the white buggies. 1 right in front of each other. Done. And done. Wow. Jason takes it. 17.513. He has a fast lap of 17.6. Mason, 17.519. And David, 16.506. Good run, guys. All right. Next up is race number 6 of 8. Ready to run, sportsman. Bring it to the line. Thank you, John, for checking in. 1:45 on the clock. Mike's checked in. John's checked in. Looking for Chris, Andrew, Bobby, and Jim to check in. All right, waiting for Jim and Andrew to check in. Who's that in the buggy? Is that you, Jim? That black buggy with the yellow trim? Okay, it's not counting. Mason, you want to change transponder for me, please? Hey, Will. Will. We'll go across. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, hold on. It's showing it now. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Go ahead. No. It's showing Chris Compton. All right, go ahead. All right, that's Jim. Chris, go across, please. Thank you. Okay, now we got it. Okay, turn monsters are ready. Drivers are ready. All right. They're up there talking. All right, here we go. Mike Compton on the horn, less than 5. Chris. Andrew. John. Bobby. Jim. And here we go. We are running on Ready to Run Sportsman class. Andrew now taking the lead. We'll see what happens after this. Mike Compton, 21 flat on that last lap in that blue four-wheel drive. Upside down in the pits there. He's the leader. We'll see what happens when they come around for lap number 2. Bobby, new pass lap, 19.5. Chris Compton, 21.8. John, new pass lap, 30.5. Now moves up into the 5 spots. Mike, Bobby, Jim, Andrew, John, and Chris. Right now, Bobby taking the lead. Mike Compton falling back into number 4 spot. So it's Bobby, Andrew, Mike, Jim, Chris, and John. Bobby, 19.5 now, 11.4 at 1 pace. Bobby, 19.5, new pass lap on 4, coming to the halfway point. And there it is, 2 down, 2 to go. Bobby leading them out. Mike 2, Jim, Chris, Andrew, and John. Chris Compton now up into the 3, moves up behind Daddy. And Bobby still leading them out. Andrew still in the number 2 spot. Chris, new pass lap at top 3 guys. Mike now back to the 4. Jim and John. Jim now moving up to the 4. Mike Compton back into the 5. Turn marshal right here. No reverse, Mike. No reverse. John now on an 8 and 4:17 pace. Come on, John, you're doing great. Nice and smooth. It's not your fault, John. They put that beam there. "45 seconds to go." Bobby, Andrew, Jim, Chris, Mike, and John. They're not terrible. I mean, they're good. She overdid them. Yeah. Right now, Bobby leading them out. Andrew, Chris, Mike, Jim. John is out. 30 seconds to go. Don't forget to go see Miss Mel. She's cooking some food today. Next week, we're going to have some pulled pork specials going on next week. 15 seconds. Mike finally getting ahead of his son by 1/100th of a second. Race it out, guys. Everybody keep going, keep going. Everybody keep going. Chris, you're done, buddy. Keep going, Bobby. Keep going. You got the extra lap. Jim, you're done. Mike, you're done. He shouldn't be in these classes. Webb, Andrew, you done? Waiting for Bobby to finish up. And we're done. Bobby taking it 12 and 419. Mike 10 and 419.2. Andrew 10 and 419.9. Wow, that was close, guys. Good race. All right, race number 7 of 8. Stock buggy. Bring it up. Jordan, Chad, Eric, and Mike Montgomery. You're up on the clock. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, finish the lap you're on, guys. Track is closed. Track is closed. Finish the lap you're on. Chad, check in for me, please. Chad. Thank you, sir. All right, term officers are supposed to be out there. Be Mike, Chris, Andrew, Bobby F. Jim LeConte should be out on track. Let's go. We got it. We got it, Will. All right, drivers are ready. Term officers are ready. Here we go. Jordan, you're going to take us off on a horn, lesson 5. Chad. Eric. Mike. This is the second half of the stock buggy. We have 9 today. They will all run in the main. Jordan, 18.5, new fast lap on this one. In the lead, followed by Eric, Mike, and Chad. Way to go there, little Compton. Jordan, new pass lap, 18-1. Eric, 18-6 in the 2 now. Mike in the 3 and Chad in the 4. There it is. Jordan now into the 17s. Right now, he is ahead of TQ pace set by Jason Frank in round 1. He's the guy with the silver cup that wouldn't buy me dinner the other night. So, just a light dinner. I had some Alpo with some eggs. You figure he'd spring for it, right? Nothing. And he stiffed the waitress, too. Even though they were hitting on him, I think one of the waitresses had a tooth. I'm not sure. Eric now in 18-4 follows Jordan into the 17-lap club. Right now, Jordan ahead of TQ pace by 3 seconds. Eric in the 2, followed by Mike and Chad. Chad, new pass lap, 20.1 on lap number 3. And Eric now taking the lead, but they're off TQ pace by 2 seconds. Eric in the green and blue. There it is, 2 down, 3 to go. We got more than half a race going. See Mike move? You figure, I think he's got a cheeseburger waiting for him. Sorry. I meant that in a good way. Really? I'm number 1 still? Hey, at least you would pay for my meal once in a while, right? Yeah. 2? All right, I thank you. Chad Brinkley, new pass lap, 19.9 on 6. So right now, Eric, lead him out. He's got 4 seconds off TQ pace right now by the guy that stiffs his friends. And just want to let you all know on YouTube, if you go to dinner with Jason, don't expect him to buy. You figure he had a J Concepts credit card he could have cracked out. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Eric still lead them out. Jordan 2, Mike and Chad. And leaders have fallen. There it is, 2 to go, guys. 16.502 for Eric. Jordan 16.514. Mike 14.502. And Chad 14.508. 2 separate races going on right now. First and second, and they are right next to each other. Eric in the green and blue, and there goes Jordan in the orange and white. Eric 18.4, new pass lap for him. Chad with a 19.5 on 9, new pass lap for him. He's now right up behind Mike. Mike jumps up to a 15-lap pace. So Mike Montgomery out there in the center track in the yellow and red. No, I think he's in the white. I'm not sure who's in the white. Look at Bobby. He's like a gazelle. Eric, 17.8 that time. Chad, 19.5. Jordan, 18.7. Mike, 27.4, slows up. Chad with a 34. Wow, there it is. Yellow's on, 1 to go. Right now, he's 5 seconds off. Eric of TQ. Next race up, it'll be the final race. Pro, short course, 4-wheel drive. Chris Compton, James Jordan, Roy Klein, and Gerald Lewis. You guys are up. Race number 8. Eric, and right now on a 17.517. He is 4 seconds off TQ with 30 to go. Jordan 17.8 that time. Chad with an 18.9. Mike 21.1. New pass lap for Chad that time on lap 12. He's right up behind Mike for that number 3 spot. So there's 2 separate battles, and here they are right now. Oh, Eric catches the pipe. Jordan goes around, but again, they're racing the computer. So we'll see what happens. And right now, Eric in the lead. Jordan has pulled up behind him now, 3 seconds back with 3 seconds to go. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Mike, new pass lap, 19.6. Eric, you're done. Jordan, you're done. Chad, you're done. Mike, you're done. Eric takes it. 16.5 flat. Jordan, 16.508. And Mike, 14.503. Looks like Jason's TQ is going to hold. All right, next up, final race of the first qualifier. We're going to take a 15-minute break after this race, going to round number 2. You're up in this one?
Yeah, I'm the
All right, Roy, I need your check-in point, please. Roy, check in. Thank you. Hey, Stock Buggy guys, Jordan, Chad, Eric, Mike, Montgomery, all you guys. I need you out there. The guys are ready to go. This last race. Let's go, guys. Turn marshals are ready to rock.
That's a little messed up, isn't it? Short course four-wheel drive class, and there's a buggy out there?
All right, guys, thank you very much. All right, Chris Compton, you going to lead us off? Here we go, guys. Chris on the horn, less than 5. James. Roy. Gerald. Here we go. Four-wheel drive. Open class. Mike says he wants to run with you guys after this, so we're going to put him in this class. $30 down, 4.5 to go. Right now it's Gerald, Roy, James, and waiting for Chris. He had to have done. Chris Compton. Right now it's Gerald with a 22.5 in the lead, followed by Chris, Roy, and James. 1 down, 4 to go. Right now it is Gerald, Chris, Roy, and James. Right now Gerald on a 14.5, 21 pace. You should.
I didn't want to run through because I was afraid that my motor gets too hot back to that, but that's still flat.
And Chris Compton takes the lead on that last lap there, 25.8. Gerald right behind him in the 2, followed by Roy and James. 2 down, 3 to go.
Man, I want Chris to win. He's mad on Thursday. He has 10 third place
Medals.
medals.
And right now, Chris with 25.4. We'll see Gerald 24.2. Chris hanging on now, 14.506 pace. Gerald in the 2, followed by Roy and James. James now taking that 4, and Roy takes it right back from him. They're battling out. Again, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. You got 2 separate battles, Chris and Gerald, Roy and James. Gerald with a 22.2 that time, new fast lap of the round.
Severely can have a turn marshal class.
Leader up on top of the hill. Leader on top of the hill.
No, I can't stay. I gotta get back to the
Coming up on a 2-minute warning.
No, I gotta get back.
Gerald now taking the lead. Chris going to be in that number 2 spot. Coming up, 1:30 on the clock.
We've got to order some. We don't have any.
Told me he has some 6X somewhere. He's been telling me for 3 weeks he was
Let
going
me
to
check
look
his closet. Let me check.
but he's never looked.
1:20 to go. Looks like Chris is out. The leader was out. Gerald now up the lead. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. Coming up to the 1. He's red. 1 to go, 1 to go. Gerald in the lead right now, waiting for James to bump up to that number 2 spot.
And he's such a fool. I said, come here. Now I'm okay. Come here.
Gerald right now, 13.515 pace. He's by himself right now.
Mom, this is what we do. Come here.
James now taking over that 3 spot. Chris is actually that far ahead. He's still in the 2. 30 seconds to go. Gerald 22.7, still on a 13-lap pace. And there was 2. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Race it out. Keep going, Gerald. Get another lap. Jordan, James, keep going. You got another lap. Very big one comment. Guys, if your car breaks, it's got to stay there unless it comes to the side of the track by itself. We cannot cross the track. Gerald, you're done. Okay, we do not let you cross the track in the middle of a race, so unless the turn marshal could be disqualified for handing it to you. Waiting for James. Track's still hot, guys. Track's still hot. And you're done. Gerald takes it 13.515. James 9.56, and Chris holds on for the 3. Okay, guys, that's the end of round 1. Track will stay open. It is 2:25. Let's go 2:45, round number 2. 20 minutes. Go see if you can depress somebody outside. Go explain the rules to everybody outside. Little Compton, where are you? Hey, you have my transponder? I need that. Here, hang these sheets up on me. What a clean lady again. I know. All right, guys, 10 minutes to go. You got 5 minutes left on the track. 5 minutes left on the track. Well, we got to go see Miss Mellon concession. They got some chicken and beef empanadas. A little sour cream on them. They're great. I'm getting some myself right now. She's got some new chicken, but we're trying to figure out how to cook it at a different temperature than the fried and stuff. So we're working on a bunch of new stuff. Pulled pork coming back next week. All right, Rick, finish the lap. You're on. Track is now closed. Track is closed. Novice, you should be getting ready to go. We're going to blow the track off right now. 5 minutes are on the clock. Mike, Braden, John, James, and Roy, need a transponder, come see me. Let's blow the track off first, and then we'll get going into the second round. All right, guys, there's a fan on the driver's stand. It's having issues, so leave it unplugged, please. Fan on the driver's stand, leave it unplugged. Huh? He said the fan's hot as hell.
Huh?
He said thank you, Mike. We want to try these empanadas at Groom. I think it's got jalapeno in that one, too. You can have that one.
Yeah, they definitely got a little bite to them.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you. All right, term also going to be Chris, Jordan, Roy, Gerald, and we're going to need some volunteers. Mike's checked in, waiting for Braden, John, James, and Roy. Clock is on, 2.5 to go. Novice, heat number 1, race number 2.
Dang, the track back there, on the other side of that jump right there, is really bad.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what? All right, looking for James, Jordan, Roy, and I need some volunteers. One more volunteer. I think you're racing this one. Yeah. Roy and James check in. I need some couple volunteers from the pits. Bobby, you did it last time. Thank you, Bobby. I praised him. Turn marshal. We love when Bobby turn marshals. Pink Cool. Now, I just had some of those empanadas or whatever they call them. They were great. Chicken and beef. They're a little spicy, but they're good. One to go, one to go. We have glue. Don't use that as an excuse. I bet you're barefoot at home all the time, right? All the time. Thank you, Jim. One more volunteer. Thank you, Bobby. I pray you come on out here, or Bobby, we will never give you technical help again the rest of your life. All right, so looking for James and Roy check in. Hey, John, this time you're going to make the jumps. You're going to do it. You're going to square up on them and go for it. Except the back one. No, you can. Thank you, Bobby. We love you, Bobby. Bobby! Thank you, James. Is Roy going to make it? You're Roy. You're out. Okay. Roy says he's too good for you guys. All right, Compton. Really? Mike's going to say goodbye to novice today. I think Mike is good enough to move out of novice and just, you know what, move up to the other classes. All right, Mike, you have TQ set in round 1, 10-4-22. You're going to lead us off. Here we go, lesson 5. Braden. John. James. And here we go, novice. Second and final qualifier. There you go. That's my boy. You nailed it perfect. Square it up and go. And right now it's Braden, Mike, John, and James. Mikey dropping back into the 3 spot as James now moves up the lead. Braden into number 2. Mike Compton 3. John into 4. Roy is out. 1 down, 3 to go. John, new best lap 30.2 on lap number 2. He's on an 8-4-27 pace. Right now, you're right up behind Mikey for that number 3 spot. Right now, Braden in the lead right now. Mike Compton, 27.3. New pass lap of him. Braden with a 29. Jordan James, 32. So, John, you're right there with them, buddy. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. Should be a new pass lap for him coming up here. There it is, 27.8 right now. He is 1 second behind Mike. Mike put down a 27.3, so, John, you're right there. You can run with these guys. There you go. Let's get yourself into a teens, buddy. There it is, 2 down, 2 to go. We're at the halfway point. Braden, Mike, James, and John. Sweet. Nice. Way to go. Perfect jump. Mike Compton now sliding up into that 2 spot. John Ganis now up into the 3, 28.9 that time. He's now 8-4-7 pace. There you go. Take your time. That's perfect. Braden Moore, 21.5 for Braden on that last lap. He's now on a 10-4-22 pace. He is now ahead of Mike Compton's TQ rate. Come on, Braden. You can do it. Show Dad that it's true. 21.5. He is now blowing away Mike's TQ pace. So right now it's Braden, Mike, John, and James. John now on 8 and 4:15. Mike at 9 4:10, and Braden on a 10 and 4:14. Right now, Braden is rolling in there. And there it is. Yells on. 1 to go. Braden, Mike, John, and James. Right now, Braden is 10 seconds ahead of TQ pace, set by Mike in round 1. All right, John. 8 and 4:16 pace. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good turn, Marshall, in there, little one. I'm going to call you Minnie Compton. Good run, John. Way to go. And we got 15 seconds to go. Stock truck should be ready to go. Stock truck. Mike, 23-1 now, trying to reel him in. John, 32-4. Braden, 20.8 right now, and that's it. Race is over. Race it out, everybody. Keep it going. Braden, new pass lap under the lap here. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Everybody keep going. Everybody keep going. Braden, 3 seconds ahead of TQ. See if he can hold on. John, you're done. Beautiful. 28-7 that time. Good run, buddy. And in one piece. Track's still hot, everybody. Track's still hot. Only John's done, waiting for Braden, Mike. And Braden, you're done. Oh, man, missed the TQ. That's all right, buddy. You got it next time. Waiting for Mike and James. I guess Mike is out. James, you're done. And right there in front of you, right there. I guess Mike's out. Are you in? Out? All right, Braden takes it, 10 and 4:34. Mike, 9 and 4:56. And John taking the 3, 8 and 4:13. Way to go, guys. All right, stock truck, bring it to the line. Drivers from that last race, return transponder, and take a spot on track. Make me. Okay, I see one turn Marshall out there. Let me get the rest of them out there. Braden, Mike Compton, James Jordan, Roy, and a volunteer for John.
Only need 4, right?
Yeah.
Now it's broke. Thanks, bud.
Wait for Kermit and Jim to check in, please. Kermit, Jim. I think we're good. All right, let's go, guys. Where's Braden? Raise your hand, Braden. There he is. Thank you. Mike Compton, raise your hand. Oh, wait, he's sitting here in a chair. Okay. James Jordan, raise your hand. Thank you, sir. Roy Klein, where are you, Roy? Need your turn marshal if you can, buddy. Actually, we got 4. We're good. Well, you're going to need help back there, right? Nah, you guys are good. All right, Vince, you're going to lead us off. You have TQ and sound, round 1, 16, 5, 17. Wow, it's fast. All right, Vince, on the horn, less than 5. David. Jordan. Kermit. Sean. Jim. And here we go, stock truck, second and final qualifier. Right now, my boy Kermit in the lead right now. Jordan 2, followed by Vince, David, Sean, and Jim. Kermit right now is on a 15.501. Vince now, 19.1, takes the lead. We'll see what happens when Kermit comes around. And Jordan Newman went at 18.8 now. They're not letting him go through. And Kermit falls back into the 3. Jordan right now up on a 16, 517.8. 1/100th of a second off TQ run by Vince. But right now, Jordan, Vince, Kermit, David, Sean, and Jim. 2 down, 3 to go. Four-wheel drive buggy, you're going to be up next. Be Vince, Mike, Jason, Chad, and Eric. Kermit, 19.1, pulls back into the number 2 spot. He's 2 seconds behind Jordan. And Vince there, right behind him, 0.8 of a second behind Kermit. Wow, top 3 right now are battling out. And Kermit now taking the lead from Jordan. Jordan to 2, followed by Vince, David, Sean, and Jim. David Kennedy, new best lap, 19 flat. Sean, 18.9. And Jordan takes it right back and holds on to it this time by 3 seconds over Kermit. Those are the only 2 on a 16-lap pace. Right now, Jordan Newman, 18.6. New fast lap for him. He is in the lead and 3 seconds ahead of TQ time. Right now, my boy Kermit, Jordan coming down the front straight. Kermit in the white truck with the blue wing into, followed by Vince now. And Jordan and Kermit, the only ones on a 16-lap pace. And both of them, Kermit and Jordan, on a new TQ run. Here comes Jordan down the middle in that gray with the burgundy in the nose. Kermit coming by with the white and blue, and Vince out there in the burgundy with the checkerboard. And they run back-to-back. Jordan hanging on to a 1 second lead over Kermit. And both of them are ahead of TQ run right now. Kermit's got the NewRedHobbies rent-a-ride chugging. Here they come. Jordan going down the front straightaway right now. 19.3 that time. See if Kermit can reel him in. And 19.9 loses 2 seconds on that one. Coming up to 1 minute mark. Right now, Jordan is ahead of TQ pace. So is Kermit, and Vince need to bump it up. Jordan, Kermit, Vince, Sean, David, and Jim. There it is, 1 to go. Vince, 18.9. Kermit, 18.9 also. And Jordan with an 18.9. Right now, Jordan holding on to a 2 second lead. And they're both ahead of TQ pace. 16.5, 12 right now for Jordan. There it is, 30 seconds to go. See what Kermit can do here. Woo, lost a half a second on that one there. That's all right. They're both up there. 30 seconds to go. This is going to be a tough one. Put a TQ. Way to go, Jim. Fly that. Beautiful. All right, Jordan slows up with a 19-1. See what Kermit does here. He needs to pull a past one. He comes with a 20.7. Still 4 seconds back with 4 to go. 10 seconds to go. Really good race. Kermit, you must have really fixed that truck. Woo, Jim, sky is that, baby. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Everybody keep going. Vince, you're done. Vince, you're done. Got a good race going on here. What's that? Jordan, you're done. David, you're done. Waiting for Kermit to finish. Waiting for Jim to go. You are done, Jim. Actually, he caught you on the line there. Jordan takes it. 16.510. Sets a new TQ. Kermit, 16.514. And Vince, 15.502. Way to go, guys. All right, next up, four-wheel drive. Bring it to the line. All right. Waiting for Vince to check in. All right, where's my guys? Look at this. David, Sean, Vince, Jordan, Jim. Let's get them out. Turn marshal should be out there already, guys. Come on. Where's my, where's the little guy that I'm paying the term? Oh, there he comes. Yeah, you. What? Wait a minute. What'd you say? You got to go pee-pee? You got to take a pee-pee break? What's up, Willis?
Gotta have a pee-pee to take a pee-pee break.
1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can go. If Vince ever checks in, we know, you know. Thank you, sir.
Has Mason been around in a while?
Yeah. All right, let's get this going. Jason, you have a TQ in round 1, 17.517. We know you're cheating, so we're going to rip down your car at the end of this race. All right, Jason Frank on the horn. Less than 5. Missed it. Eric.
Right here.
Chad. Vince. Mike. And here we go. Four-wheel drive, buggy, stock. We're on the track right now. This is race 3 of 8. Race number 4. Independent stock buggy should be ready to go. Next race. One down, 4 to go. Jason in the lead. Sorry. Eric Everett in the 2, followed by Vince, Chad, and Mike. New pass lap by Jason, 18.8 that time. Eric went 18.3, Vince 19.1, and Chad 19.2. Right now, Jason off TQ pace. Race number 4, independent stock buggy should be ready to go. There it is, Eric Everett taking the lead now with an 18.1. Both of them on a 16.5, 16, and Jason follows in the 2. Chad now taking over the 3, made Vince to the 4, and Mike in the 5. New pass laps by everybody that time. And Jason takes it back momentarily, 16.507, and that holds right now. Jason hanging on to a 7-second lead over Eric. And right now, Jason hanging up right now, 4-second lead over Eric. Chad in the 3, followed by Vince and Mike coming up to the 2-minute warning. Mike, 18.4, new pass lap on 6. Jason with a 17.6. That's a new pass lap of the round. He's still below TQ run. Both of them on 16 instead of a 17 lap pace. Be careful, Jim. .145 to go. Race number 4, Indy stock buggy should be in the staging area. Jason still in the lead right now. Eric and Jason are battled out by 0.4 of a second. Jason 16.509.2. Eric 16.509.8. Wow, it is close. Eric should take it here and does not. Vince new pass lap. Wow, 0.5 of a second difference between them. Both of them off TQ base. Vince new pass lap 19 flat. Eric 18.003 that last time. And there they go. Jason 18.9. There it is. Eric Garrett taking the lead by 1 second with a 17.9. They are battling out right now. There it is. Yellow's on, 1 to go. Chad Brinkley 18.6 that time. He's now up to a 15.512. He is knocking at the door for that number 2 spot. Jason takes it back momentarily with a 17.4. Eric holds off there, and so right now Jason with a 5-second lead with 40 seconds to go. Chad's still on the 3, followed by Vince and Mike. We'll see what Chad does when he comes around. If he can knock that into Eric and does not, we'll see what happens.
I'm going to go into that last class, all right?
30 seconds. Vince, 18.2 that time, 15 seconds. Five seconds. Right now, still Jason in the lead. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Jason, you're done. Vince, keep going. Jason, you're done. Pull it off. Everybody else keep going. has the win and holds on to TQ. Chad, you're done. Everybody keep going. Just Jason and Chad. Eric, you're done. Vince, you're done. Waiting for Mike. Track's still hot, guys. Track's still hot. We're done. Jason, 16.501 with a 17.4. Eric, 16.518. And Chad, 15.506. Good race, guys. All right, next race up is going to be race 4 of 8, independent stock buggy. Bring it to the line. All right, let's get our drivers out from the last race. These guys are ready to go. Let's go. Four-wheel drive. Vince, Mike Montgomery, Jason Frank, Chad Brinkley, Eric Everett. Let's go, guys. Okay, you got him. Okay. Must be nice, Jason. You get to drive, she does all the work. Kind of like dinner last night when he snubbed me. Get out there. I have a fine woman. I'm happy. That's the problem. I ain't going to jail. All right, Kermit, you have the TQ set in round 1, 15.504. Let's see if you guys can take it away. You got some guys that can do it. Here we go. Kermit on a horn, less than 5. Bobby. Mr. Rick. Mr. Andrew. Mr. Gerald, it's all yours, buddy. And we're off. Second and final qualifier, independent stock buggy. Again, here they come. And here comes Kermit right there, 19.9. Bobby, 18.2. Bobby, traction rolls on top. That's going to cost him some time. There's a big difference between Chinese all you can eat and black water. I know, you're great. Kermit, 19.4. New pass lap, he's down 16.517. Bobby, 16.517.6. There's 0.6 of a second. Rick in the 3, followed by Gerald. Gerald, new pass lap, 22.2 on that one. And Andrew in the 5. 1:15 down, 3:45 to go. You got a battle between them. Looks like someone's out. Kermit, 19.2, his new pass lapping around. Right now he's 16.514. Bobby coming off that, he's on a 15.5 flat.
They actually got some pretty good food there. I love their chicken sandwich.
Where?
Blackwater. Me and my father-in-law ate there when we were riding out on the boat.
Great salad bar. Really
You
good.
can actually pull up and get off on the dock.
I know, that's why I like watching. 150 down, 310 to go. Right now, Kermit in the lead. He's ahead of his own TQ. Bobby in the 2. Rick Moore, 18.5, new pass lap. Rick right now, he pulls up behind Bobby. Kermit pulls out a 19.2, 16.513 for Kermit. He is showing the way. Bobby in that number 2 spot. Rick right there with him, followed by Gerald, and Andrew is out. Coming to the halfway point right now. Rick again, now up on a 15-lap pace. He is 2 seconds behind Bobby Ifredi, put in number 2 position. And Kermit, 18.9. He's following, he's going. 16 on 5:11 pace. Bobby, 19.2. Rick, 21.4 right now, still hanging there. He's 8 seconds behind Bobby. Right now, Kermit is the one showing away. Race number 5, first round of stock buggy. Vince, Mason, David, Sean, and Jason. Bobby Ifredi has the fast lap in on race number 1, round 1. And Rick Moore now taking over the 2. Bobby drops back into the 3 now. So Rick Moore holding on to a 3-second lead into number 2. You got a change going on. Kermit is holding on here to a beautiful lead. And here he comes. There he skies. He's in that blue and yellow. That's your leader. Bobby taking back to number 2. See what happens when Rick comes around that black car, and Bobby hangs on for the 2. Plenty of time, guys. 1:40 to go. Kermit right now blowing away his own TQ time. 1:30 on the clock. 1:30 on the clock. Bobby Ifredi, 18.1. Kermit slows up to a 23 flat, but still on a 16-lap pace. Coming up to the 1-minute mark right now, Bobby's got a 10-second lead over Rick. And Bobby slows up to a 21.5. It's now a 9-second lead over Rick. Rick needs a fast one. 20.7, he picked up. It's now 8-second difference with 1 to go, guys. 1 to go. Yellow's on. Kermit, Bobby, Rick, and Gerald. Leader on a 16.5-15 pace. Bobby, 15.507, and Rick now 15.519. Bobby, 18.9. Bobby's got it out there. He can put it out there, but he's had some issues. 35 seconds to go. Bobby in the blue with the orange stripe. He's a Gator fan. 21.5, it killed him. Leader Kermit coming through right here. He's going to be coming across the line. 21.8, slowed up that time. 20 seconds to go. Still should be ahead of TQ time. Rick out there. I think he's got that black body. I'm not sure. Three, two, one. Race it out, guys. Everybody keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop till I call your name. Bobby, you're done. Kermit, you're done. Waiting for Rick and Gerald. Track's still hot, guys. Track's still hot. Hold your position. Rick, you're out. All right, we're done. Kermit taking the win, setting a new TQ. 16.516. Bobby, 15.505. And let's see who ends the race at the end. And Rick hangs on to the number 3 spot on that one. Gerald in the 4. All right, we got Jason waiting for Mason, David, Vince, and Sean. Drivers from the last race. Race number 4 should be out there. Be Rick, Gerald, Kermit, Andrew, and Bobby. All right, we're ready to go. Jason has a TQ set in round one. 17-5-13. You're going to lead us off. Last chance to get him, guys. I'm going to put a bounty on him. Anybody can beat his TQ, you're going to get 20 bucks. You got to beat his TQ. Jason, if you keep your TQ, too bad. All right, Jason on the horn, less than 5. Mason. David. Vince. Sean. And we're off. Stock buggy. Race number 5 of 8. Heat number 2. $20 for a TQ, new TQ from somebody else besides Jason. Since he stiffed me at dinner the other night. Right now, Mason ahead of TQ pace now by 2 seconds on 18-2 to time. Jason, 18 flat. He's on a 16-lap pace. David Kennedy, 3, followed by Vince and Sean. Sean, new pass lap, 19-3. Sean now moving to the 4. Vince into the 5. Right now, it's Mason, Jason, and David. Mason right now is right on a TQ pace now. David Kennedy taking over to the 2. Jason pulled back to the 3, followed by Vince and Sean. Vince, 18-2, new pass lap. Sean, 18-8. So right now, Mason's the only one on 17-lap pace. 18-1 that time, new pass lap for Mason. He's out there in that white buggy with the blue wheel windows because he's too cheap to paint the car. 2 down, 3 to go. You got a battle between Sean and Vince for that number 4 spot. And Jason with a 17-9 now, moving up into that 2. David Kennedy, 18-3, beats that and puts him into the number 3 spot again. David into the 2. Got some pass, and Sean and Vince battling out right now. 0.6 of a second. Sean 4, Vince in the 5. Mason, 17-9. Now 1/100th of a second off TQ run. David, 18-1, still 16.502, knocking at that 17-lap door. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Race number 6, RTR Sportsman should be getting ready to go. David Kennedy, 18-1 that time. Jason, 17-9. Let's see what Mason can do here. Mason right now is 1 second ahead of TQ. Don't make me pay him, please. He doesn't eat much, so I can't give him food. Yeah, he had $11 a year racing budget. Yep. 1:40 on the clock, and there he is, your leader, skying it. Coming around now, he's a second and a half ahead of TQ pace. Ooh, just lost TQ pace. 1 second off now. 1:30 on the clock. Mason, David, Jason, Sean. Sean now taking his lead up to the 3 spot, and Jason all the way back into the 5. Wow, this competition is Mason at 17 lap and everybody else on a 16 lap pace. You guys are good. I don't care what anybody says. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. Mason right there again. He is 0.5 of a second. 1 to go. Yellow is on. Mason, David, Sean, Vince, and Jason? 25 seconds to go. Jason trying to racing right now. 2 seconds off TQ. My money may stay in my pocket. We do have another round of stock buggy, though. 15 seconds. Jason's hanging tough right now. David right behind him, but it's Mason lead him out. He needs to pick up 2 seconds in 8 seconds. He might get that extra lap. 3, 2, 1. Race it out, guys. Race it out. See if Mason can do it. Jason, you're done. This is it for Mason. He's got to pick up 2 seconds. Don't know if it can be done. Vince and David, you're done. Waiting for Sean and Mason. Mason, you're done. Wow, missed it by 1 second. We're done. Vince made up some time. Mason taking it 17.514. Jason 16.503. And Vince slid up to third with 16.506. Good race, guys. All right, race number 6 of 8. Bring them on up. Ready to run. All right, John, check in for me, please. John, check in. Let's get ready to go. Bobby's checked in. Just waiting. Thank you, John. Turn marshals, get them out there, guys. Thank you. All right, Bobby, you're going to lead us off? Turn marshals, get them out there. It's going to be Bobby, Mike, Andrew, Chris, Jim, and John. Here we go. Bobby on the horn, less than 5. Turn the light on. Mike, Andrew, Chris, Jim, John. Here we go, guys. Final ready to run qualifier for Ready to Run Sportsman. You're on the clock. Yeah. Bobby Alfredi right now up into the lead. He is ahead of TQ Pace, his own TQ. Mike Compton in 2. Jim now up in 3. And Andrew taking over to 3. Jim in 4. Followed by John. And Chris is out. Come on, John. Get up to that 9, buddy. You can do it. 2 down, 2 to go. Mike Compton, 21.4. New pass lap. Mike, if you let Bobby beat you, I don't even know who you are. Bobby right now, the only one on 12, 4:17 pace. He is ahead of TQ by 2 seconds. 1:40 on the clock. Race number 7 should be the other half of the stock boogie. Jordan, Chad, Eric, and Mike Montgomery. You guys should be ready to go. 2.5 down, 1.5 to go. John, new pass lap, 28.0. You're literally 0.2 of a second, John, from getting 9 laps. It's Bobby, Mike, Jim, Andrew, and John right now. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. Aren't you glad you came?
Meaning to come by and see you.
1 to go, 1 to go. Bobby, Mike, Jim, Andrew, John. .45. John, new pass lap, 26.7 that time. 9 lap pace, John. You can do it. 40 seconds to go. Bobby, 18.8, new pass lap. He's off TQ pace right now by 0.3. 30 seconds to go. .25 seconds. John still on a 9.427 pace. This is what we need. Up to a 9 lap pace, John. You can do it. Take your time. 5 seconds.
Hey, Mason said you might do some racing again.
Race it out. Race it out.
What's going on, guys? How you doing, bud?
Bobby, you're done.
Yeah, man, hanging in there.
Bobby's done. Everybody else keep going. Keep going. Andrew, you're done. John, you're done. You missed it by 1 second. Mike, you're done. Waiting for Jim to finish up in the number 3 spot. Track is hot, guys. Track is hot. You were done. Bobby, 11.402. Holds on to the TQ. Mike, 11.416. Jim, 10.416. Good run, guys. John, you missed 9 laps by 1 second. All right, next up, race number 7B, Stock Buggy. Last chance to beat Jason's TQ time, guys. Again, $20 cash if you can beat it. Last shot. What's happening? Hey, Rick, don't think we didn't just see that, okay? The adjustment you made. Okay, yeah, there it is. We saw it, okay? You did that spread the leg thing. There it is. Come on, guys. Turn marks for the last race. Let's go. That was a good race. All right, guys, we're all ready to go. Track's closed now. Track's closed. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Eric, you're going to lead us off. Remember, guys, if you can beat Jason's TQ time, you get $20 cash today. So, Eric, Jordan, Mike, and Chad, this is your chance. Eric on a horn, less than 5. Hit the green for me. Eric, go ahead. Jordan, Mike, and Chad. Only got 3 of them out there. Mike, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were broke, buddy. You want to, I can start it over. You good? And Eric comes around with a 18.8, Jordan 20.9. Yeah, right here at the cone. I don't want you to get hit in the back. Right now, Eric went at 18.8, now 17.5, 13.37. Eric Everett just off TQ by 2/100ths of a second. And there it is, Eric, new TQ pace. Jordan in a 2, Chad in a 3. Eric trying to get his race speeds back here. Chad with new pass lap 22.3. 1 down, 4 to go. And right now, Eric out there, 17.512. He's a lap, 1 second under TQ. 145 down, 3:15 to go. Jordan, 18.7. Chad, 19.1. New pass laps. But right now, it is Eric Everett out there in the green and blue. That is your leader, and he is now ahead of TQ pace. 2 down, 3 to go. And Eric now losing that pace. Jordan now jumps up in the lead. We are off TQ pace. Hey, I may save $20 today. Yeah. Guys, go try the chicken and the beef empanadas in concessions. They are bad to the bone. There it is, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Jordan, 18.3, 16.505. Eric, 16.510. And Chad, 14.503. Trying to get up to that. Remember, $20. If you can beat Jason's TQ, the guy that wouldn't buy me dinner the other night. You know, I don't really eat a lot. You guys know that, right? The reason why I'm fat, it's a medical condition. No one ever trained me to put down the fork. Sorry. All right, 2 to go, guys. 2 to go. Jordan, Eric, and Chad. We got a gentleman here named John. He's going to get his 9 laps. He's going to get 10 laps and spank you guys in the mains. 1:45 to go. Race up next. Pro 4-wheel drive. Chris Compton, James Jordan, Roy Klein, and Gerald Lewis. You guys are up next with the final qualifier, round number 2. Jordan leading out, probably Eric and Chad. 1:30 on the clock. You want to announce the race? Come on. We're going to let John finish the race off. Ready? Jordan, round. Eric, to Chad. Oh, sorry, the mic's cutting out. Let me give him the real mic. John's like, I'm out of here. I don't want to call no races. 1 to go, guys. Yells on 1 to go. It's Jordan, Eric, and Chad. Right now, Jordan 16.501. He's trying to get up to that 17-lap pace. Just doesn't work. 45 to go. Ten seconds to go. Jordan banking on that right now. He's close to his 17-lap pace. See if he can do it. 16.501, 3, 2, 1. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Jordan, you're done. Wow, just missed it. Eric, you're done. Waiting for Chad in that white buggy. We're done. Jordan takes a 16.509. Eric 16.511. And Chad 14.504. Good race, guys. Final race of the second qualifier. Coming on up. This will be a 4-wheel drive short course. All right, I need Jordan, Chad, Eric, and Mike out there. Turn marshal, please. Looking for Chris and Roy to check in, please. 1:20 on the clock. All right, guys. Looking for a little Chris to check in. If not, we're going to get going here. Somebody give me a thumbs up. I gave a minute's grace. All right, Chris, you can put it in anytime you're ready. He's coming? Okay. Uh-oh, Chris is coming. You guys better watch out. I want to thank my wife for coming in cooking, guys. She has ice cream in there, cold Gatorade. She's cooking some empanadas. They're really good, guys. Gets a little sour cream with them. They're not big, but they're great. They're not spicy or anything like that. I just had the beef and the pork. Ask her for a little of each. So it's really good. Next week, we got pulled pork specials coming. Really good stuff. Okay, Chris, when you get it hooked up, you can put it back out there. It's just a qualifying. All right, Gerald, you have TQ set round 1, 13, 5, 15. You can lead us off? Less than 5. James. And Chris, anytime you get it back in there, you can get up there. Woo! Sky in that jump. Gerald coming around in that yellow truck, going to take the first lead, 22-5. James going to be coming around in a moment here. Uh-oh. James might be out. We'll see. This might be a single run. We'll see if Little Compton Chris can get his car out and give some competition to Gerald here. Because right now he is solo. Gerald, you're on a 14-5-18 pace right now. We're going to give you a little competition, buddy. If you can bank a 15-lap pace, I'm going to give you back your race fees. So that's for Gerald in that yellow truck. 14-5-20 is your pace right now. If you get to a 15-lap pace and finish that way, $20 cash, which means you race for free on me. And here he is in the yellow truck. All eyes on you, my friend. Woo, 21-8, the yellow truck, new fast lap. 14-5-17 pace, trying to get his race fees covered today. James, watch out in the middle there. Okay, he's good. And here comes your leader. That's a beautiful jump right there. He's got it down. Here he comes. Somebody's going to show him some competition. 22-6. And James out there in the number 2 spot right now. Gerald on a 14-5-16 pace. 2 down, 3 to go. He's got 3 minutes to make $20. And nails it perfect. 2:45 to go. 22-5 again. He just picked up another second half. But here comes Chris going to come out. Chris got plenty of time, buddy. There he goes. He's checked in. Got him. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. It is Gerald, James, and Chris is out there. James, new pass lap, 38-1. Yellow truck, $20, trying to get it. And Little Compton, he had the same problem with that drive shaft. You sure something's not moving before? Chris, 27-9. Woo, he's down a tear right now. Yellow truck trying to get the $20. There it is. 3 down, 2 to go. James, 30.7. New fast lap for him. I know he ain't making it. Just trying to create a little havoc out there. 1:45 to go. Chris Compton, fast lap 25.5 for him.
Four-wheel drive around the house.
1:30 to go. Gerald now back down to a 13-lap pace. Got to pick it up a little bit, Gerald. Chris Compton now on a 12-lap pace, and he missed the first 2 minutes. Leader upside down there. Be careful, be careful. Jordan, 28.9, new pass lap for him, coming up to the 1 minute mark. There it is, 1 to go. It is Gerald, James, and Chris. Chris, 24.1, new pass lap again. He's honing in on the leader. 35 seconds to go. Uh-oh. Leader is out. Maybe a problem. See if Chris can take it. 25 seconds to go. Chris, 24.9. He's on a 12 and 5:19 pace. See if he can get going. 10 seconds. Uh-oh, leader back up. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Gerald, you're done. Gerald, you're done. Keep going, Chris. James, you're done. Waiting for Chris. He's done. And Chris, keep going, Chris. I told you you're not done. Stop. You're on a 12-lap pace. Keep going. You could take this win. Everybody hold your position. Look at the pace. He showed up at that halfway mark. Keep going, guys. He still got, this is on the computer. He showed up late. He's still going. He could take this win. Keep going. The computer's got him 3 more laps to go. Keep going. Mike, maybe it's better he start late, right? We'll see what happens. Keep going, Chris. This is your 12 lap. Right now, you're 4 seconds behind Gerald. You can take it. I know. It was hot.